Sellout, this guy is such a sellout, bro. Plugging in an ad after using other people's clips/content. I sent him my clip, so it's fair use, just has to tag me, which he did. Your titles are very clickbait. Okay, your opinion. Prop exposed you for stealing clips. So the way my name has been going around for incompetent has been kind of like dragged through the dirt. And honestly, I don't feel the need to really say anything because I shouldn't have to justify or bring anything up for you to understand who I am. But a lot of people like to just sit there and assume and just listen to people without actually knowing the context of a situation. If someone says something and I don't say anything against it, I guess I'll take their word for it unless they come out and actually watch me when I stream. So I'm gonna tackle a lot of these one by one a little bit, just so I can get to know you and we can come to a better understanding. And then if you still hate me or don't like me after, that's fine, but at least you know the context to why a lot of these things are being said and what's the purpose. I'm not gonna do any fancy editing, so I'm incompetent or Daniel, so let's get into it. So if you guys don't know, I actually created content as a side project because I knew trade ups would get views from people searching it up. There's search term videos and trade ups did really well. So I did a bunch of trade ups, like I don't know, 70 trade up videos, and then I had like a couple thousand subscribers, and then at one point I posted a clip of my friend unboxing a knife. Now I had another channel that did really well with shorts, and it was like a Minecraft channel, and so I was like, all right, let me try this on the Counter-Strike channel, and it blew up. So I had like 5 clips that were mine, and then I set up an email where people would submit me clips. I'll get into that later and I'll show you it. Actually, I'm gonna show it now. See, this is my email right here that people send a ton of clips to, and I have a lot of emails of people sending me their clips. I'm not gonna click it and show their email address. You might see their names, but you'll see a ton of stuff. You'll probably see like a gold and stuff. So people send me their clips. It's all in the description, and there's actually some clips I still haven't even gone through that I might make a video on in the future. But the point is, I created a system where people could send me their clips. I show it, I link their channel in the description. People want to go check it out and go further, see it. And there's been numerous instances where like people have sent me a clip and their video blew up. I remember someone got a Dragon Lord drop in like a death or a normal death match, and after I posted it, their video currently has more views than mine does, and mine has like tens of thousands of views. I don't know exactly. I might throw it on the screen to show you what I'm talking about. So I was able to create something and create a community and a channel that has been successful so far. Now the first thing I want to tackle is the sellout, because I am sponsored by Skimport. I love them. It's pretty awesome. And I shouldn't really have to explain why I do so many ads, or most or all of my videos are sponsored. There's a deeper reason. A lot of people think I'm a straight up sellout just because I'm constantly promoting them and plugging them. But I don't want to gather any sympathy for you, but there's a reason to why I do a lot of this stuff. I pulled up to OniPixel's stream one time and I rated him, and he's like, you have a very business-esque mindset, and I'm gonna explain that more in just a minute. But the reason I want to be able to constantly grow and constantly achieve a lot of things is a lot of it's for my family. So I'm gonna show you some footage actually on the screen right now. So this is a video on my old channel, and it actually was like a house tour. And so basically for me, and the reason I'm showing you this is to understand the kind of living conditions we kind of live in. And this is just parts of the house. Our house honestly looks like a demo site, and it's honestly my dream to be able to do something to change the life or the living conditions of my parents. This is like a redone room right here, but basically there's a lot of things wrong with the house I currently live in, and a lot of people you'll hear when people are talking about me is that people at one point raised money for me to help fix my house. And currently what I've done, people have donated a ton of money, and you can see we've done a lot of construction downstairs there. But I have, instead of constantly putting money right towards the house, because this house we currently have, it's going to take tens of thousands of dollars to fix up completely. I've been investing a ton into my own career, into my own YouTube channel. That's why you'll see me give away knives, open cases for content, do streams, to be able to generate more money or generate a bigger audience, to be able to create something I truly love to do. Not only that, I really care, like I said, for my family and my parents specifically. And there was actually one time back in like June, July, I was actually asking a ton of content creators, hey, would you guys be willing to do a knife giveaway together, or we can pay to do something together? Or I was asking a ton of people to invest in my channel because I know there's a lot of attention on my channel, and it can be attractive for websites. I think there's a lot of money to be made with what I'm doing, and the reason I was so hyper focused on that, I was actually probably like shamelessly I was just contacting people to see if I could get a response, see if I can get something going, because at one point my mom, like, her hands were going numb. She was like losing feeling in it. And that kind of feeling is sick to know when your parents are like getting sick or ill, and there's like literally nothing you can do about it. And A lot of people will say to fix the problems I have, get a current job. Well, I worked a blue collar job. It was like a trades job, construction working job. And I would be making right now about $24 an hour. That'd be around $2,600 a month. And I currently make more than that doing these YouTube videos. And if I can make this a bigger career, there's a bigger opportunity to make even more. And as a person, I really don't want to wait until I'm in the retirement stages to make a difference, because by the time I retire, my parents are going to be dead. If my parents, one of my parents works a minimum wage job, and the other parent, I'd be making more money if I was doing the current job than they're doing right now. And I know they're not in the best position, and they've made not the best choices to put themselves in the position they're at now, but I do everything I can every single day to be able to create something for a better future for them and for me. And I love YouTube. I love making YouTube videos, but that's the reason why you could call me a sellout, and I would definitely call myself a sellout if that means the people I care about will be happy and I can make and elevate their life in a fantastic way. And I'm pretty sure everyone would choose that, because, at the end of the day, if I didn't do this and they go on to die, no one's going to really care, and no one will do anything if their situation doesn't improve. So if I don't, then no one will. What you'll find out in life is, at the end of the day, people don't care about you as much as you think. So the only way you're going to get through a situation is if you take action to make it happen. So understand, I don't shamelessly sell out. I do websites I trust and I have trust with. For example, Skimport, but I don't go to any gambling sites because I don't really want to promote anything like that. But understand, people have done this in the past a ton. For example, we know Anomaly was working with a bunch of gambling sites back in the day, and his purpose was it so we could help out his dad, and obviously it elevated his lifestyle and what he wanted to do in his content at the same time. And Zipple has a new website, and a lot of people will say what I'm doing is I'm stealing clips and then I'm uploading with ads. But in the reality is, I'm using the attention I have to be able to generate an income or revenue. And it's kind of no different from these big CSGO YouTubers. A lot of the big CSGO YouTubers are rich and they put themselves in a position that they have a ton of money. And really the reality is, if you have a ton of money, you're going to be a big CSGO creator. If, for example, that guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, I'll put him on the screen, who came in and bought a bunch of like Titan Hollows and a ton of gloves, and he was super rich, and he got super famous just because he had a ton of money. And that's just the reality of it. But for example, though, people use their audience and what they have to be able to generate money. For Zipple has a new website and he can auction off skins, but I know there's a fee that takes money when people do auctions. And you might be thinking, oh, maybe he's making a secure place where he can auction off skins, but there's a way he's capitalizing on it and he's making money. It would be ridiculous to say the service is going to be free, but I mean, that's just capitalizing on what you have. He has that audience, he has that attention, he's going to be able to use it to funnel it into something for the overall better use of the community, but he's going to benefit off of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I get back a ton from knife giveaways to streams back into the community, and I do want to overall benefit the people in my everyday life. And a ton of people like want to put me down, or just like, I don't know, they like to shit talk me for no reason. I know 90% of the people who say that shit don't even like come out and talk to me or come out to the streams or understand what I do every single day. And they don't have to. And I'm not saying all this for sympathy, but again, I'm saying this for you guys to understand. So for that point, you can call me a sellout, but I'm okay with that. The next one, a lot of people say I might clickbait. In fact, I don't think I clickbait, but the reality of it is you make your titles very bland, saying, oh, I got a CSGO knife, and if you do it 100 times, people aren't gonna click your videos. There's a lot of dying CSGO YouTubers out there, and the reason for that is they're not innovating and making their videos clickable. For some reason, they have this pride, and they aren't willing to adapt and change. You gotta understand, I've learned a ton. I love learning with YouTube, and I love understanding what makes videos go viral and what makes videos do well. And basically, got to have a very high CTR, click-through rate, and you got to do that by making the thumbnail very attractive and making the titles very clickable. And most of the time, or all of the time, I deliver on what the video is. The only time I can specifically remember I kind of clickbaited it is I said legendary click ... It was like a cobblestone case opening, and there's a Dragler on the title and the thumbnail, and the ... was supposed to represent, I didn't get it, but people took it the wrong way. That video got like 100 dislikes, so it didn't do good. So I learned, but I don't clickbait. So the last thing I really want to touch upon is a person named Propinator made like an expose video on me, but really if you go watch it, a lot of the info is misinformation, and the other half of it is just him making fun of what I look like and like judging this misinformation on this personality and just making fun of what I am. And that's kind of that's what his humor is, but really it's just harassment. And I wouldn't really have a problem with it, but when I rated OnlyPixel one time, he had this like preconceived notion of what I was, and it was like who I was as a person, and I don't want that. I don't want to come across on that. So the whole reason I'm even making this video is for a lot of people to understand who I really am. I know people will be like, oh, so you're just doing this so that big YouTubers look good. Well, I mean, I don't want people in general, because people have DM'd me asking, oh, is this true? And really what you'll see in the claims of those videos is like, oh my gosh, he makes all these channels to try and make money, or he's trying to make a successful YouTube career. And it's like, when you hear all that stuff, it's like, okay, do you have more pride if I were to go and flip burgers at a restaurant? I feel like a lot of people in the Csgo community like pride themselves out of doing a dumb job, a dead-end job to make money rather than YouTube, because for some reason that's where they were grown on, and it's kind of a stubborn and ignorant mindset. I just think a lot of people don't believe in themselves enough to be able to be successful like that, so they kind of shun other people to make themselves feel better. It is what it is. But this isn't even seen with me. I actually had an interview I did with Jesus. It was like in 2019, and we were doing it. I'll actually link it in the description if you want to check it out. It's on the old channel. But we're in that interview. We were saying stuff about Anomaly, and he was really scared to not say anything out of term because he really wanted to work with him in the future, and it's no different to what I'm doing here. Clearing my name in case, or at least just the respect favor, because at the end of the day, I probably won't even work with any of these creators, but I do pride myself, or I have pride in what I am and what I stand for, and if I'm blatantly just being harassed and misjudged, it's like, come on, guys. Now, there is one thing I do want to respond to, because in this video, there is a part where I basically said I gave Twitch subs to content creators to get them to hopefully work for me. And it's kind of not exactly what it seems to be, because if you see this video, you'll see the video he's reacting to me for is, it's like where you go over your expenses in the month. It's kind of for the finance niche YouTube channel, and you have to justify why you spend your money in the month. So I justified it by saying I did it for connections with YouTubers, and I guess I can come across as bad, but really it's no different than paying or hosting someone, saying, oh, hey, I have a knife for a giveaway, want to do it with me? All you have to do is host it, and they'll be like, oh, okay, awesome. But also, I really gifted I gifted subs to two people. I gifted them to Candace and Franz J, because they let me use their clips, and I was like, I made some money off of YouTube ad revenue, so I was like, here, let me give you like 5 gifted subs because I'm grateful. And I did the same thing to both of them, and I just really had to justify it just for that video to do well. And for some reason, I got harassed at every life decision I made in that video. So if you guys have any questions, I think I pretty much covered everything. I don't think I really do anything wrong. A lot of people get upset because I do what's best for me, because like I said at the beginning, no one else out there is really going to carry you. You got to work, you got to do the work on your own, you got to study, you got to figure out what works and what doesn't, and that's just how it is. I'm not lucky to have a lot of stuff right off the bat. I'm lucky that I was able to gather the attention of a lot of people and cultivate and create community and audience off of it. I like to give back a ton. I do a lot of giveaways, and I try to create content that people will enjoy, as well as these clips. I want to do more than just the clips, because I understand it's not sustainable. That's why I have all these side channels. That's why I have another Minecraft channel, constantly looking at ways to improve. You're probably gonna see the thumbnail and be like, why are there all these YouTubers out there? Well, I feel like this applies to a lot of them, and I feel like they already have this preconceived notion of what I am and who I am and what I stand for. So hopefully this can clear the air. I do a lot of this for my family and just for the future, so I care a ton.